Next up to the stage is an award-winning speaker, best-selling author and leadership expert who has spoken to audiences all around the world. Please welcome Andy Coley.
My name's Andy Coley. I'm a leadership development trainer. I'm an award-winning TEDx speaker. I'm an author.
We got to #1 bestseller.
Welcome to my talk today, all about leadership. Leadership is a skill. It's a skill that does not come with a job title. Just because you go from junior to mid to senior to director to principal, whatever it is within your organization, does not mean that suddenly you're imbued with a superpower. 82% of you in this audience have never had any kind of leadership or management training.
27% of people describe their manager as actually effective.
49% of people have left their role because their relationship with their manager went sour.
18%, 18% of people trust their manager.
If you don't trust your manager to be able to go to them, to support you, to coach you, to work with you,
that means there's an awful lot of people who are running scared in their business.
When we are learning to be able to be leaders, often the thing we go back to is how were we parented? What were our teachers like? But they are some of the first leadership models that we ever experienced. How does your leadership and how has your leadership been affected by the shadows that have been cast upon you? Who here in the past has had some really good leaders? By the way, if you're sat with one, that's a good time to put your hand up. Or who here, if you put your hand up, has had some really bad leaders? So if your team isn't necessarily doing what you might want it to do or performing in the way you'd love it to perform, sometimes that little bit of self-awareness and self-reflection can be useful. How might I be influencing the way that the team is responding? Emotional intelligence is about 4 main key principal areas: self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, and building relationships, relationship management. Maybe you've worked in a place where you weren't even sure who was managing you right now. When was the last time you had a performance manager? I'm not even sure what's happening. Again, if there's too much trust, that can be as much a problem as too little. So just recognize that depending on the project, depending on the phase, depending on the aspect of where you are right now, will depend on which of those 3 E's you need to be able to focus on. Because success often comes from those tiny, tiny changes. It's the small things that add up over a process of time. Often, the only things holding us back are those invisible strings that we attach. And you can change and shape those beliefs. What are the things you haven't yet done that you could possibly do? Where can you go with your life? What can you achieve? Remember, those tiny adjustments soon add up. So for me, leadership is a skill and not a position. Thank you.